Hi, James Streakey here with WealthWatch Advisors. And one question we get a lot is, when is a good time to start saving? And the answer is, the earlier the better. And a good example of this is somebody saving for retirement. If you take a 25-year-old and they were to invest $250 a month over the course of 40 years, so from 25 to 65, $250 a month, never increase their savings. If they were to average 9% returns over that 40-year time frame, which is right in line with the stock market returns, they would end up with about a little over $1 million. And that's just saving $2,500 a month. If that same person wanted to have another $1 million saved and they didn't start saving until they were 45, so 20 years later, they would need to be saving about $1,750 a month. So they go from saving $3,000 a year to $21,000 a year for the exact same outcome. And that compounding over time is really the most critical part. So all the years that you spend not saving, what you're really missing out on is that final compound. If you have $500,000 and you're earning 9% on it, it's going to go from $500,000 to $1 million in about 8 years. Now, you don't get that compound with that $500,000 earnings if you don't save up until that point. If you just save $250 a month for 20 years, you go from zero to about $160,000, earning 9%. Now, the next 20 years, doing the exact same savings, you go from $160,000 to about $1,060,000. So the first 20 years got you $160,000. The same 20 years of saving got you $900,000. And so the real key important factor with most investing is time. And if you don't have a lot of time on your hands, then you need to save significantly more money. So any amount of savings on the front end will pay massive dividends over the long run. So anything that you can do to start saving early and as much as possible will ultimately have the biggest payoff. And even if you are older and you're getting closer to retirement, or you're in your 40s and 50s and you're feeling like, wow, I don't have that much time on my hands, there are other things that you can do to supercharge your savings. There's other things you can do to enhance your overall returns to try and make up for it. So not all is lost if you find yourself later on with not a ton saved. Still happy to sit down, have that conversation, and lay out a plan to get you from where you are today to where you want to be. But ultimately, having a plan in place is one of the most critical things, because if you don't know where you're trying to get to, it's going to be really hard to make it there. And so that's what we do for our clients, is create a roadmap for them to accomplish their long-term goals, and we'd love to help you do that as well. Thanks.